What's up, Mafia Nation? I'm your host, Millz, and let's get right into the news. There has been so much controversy with JJS these past few days, but where did it start and what did it come from? Well, the short answer is racist JJS content. Now, hear me out. There were two videos posted, one by young JJS, and I'll show it to you right here. How it feels to tell a Mechamaru to turn off the boombox.
Can a robot turn a canvas into a beautiful masterpiece? Can a robot write a sim?
Yeah, I probably had to bleep that out for YouTube reasons, but he just says the hard R in like a robotic voice. And the second one is by Doris.
I just discovered this game-breaking Mechamaru glitch, and I will be showcasing it right now. Use it before this is patched, y'all.
Mega detected, initiating 2 times damage.
As you can see, a move that doesn't usually one-shot the guy completely. Alright guys.
Yeah, those guys posted those videos and got banned, which is pretty valid when you think about it. The video is just, it's not racist per se. No, it's racist. It's racist. I don't know what to tell you. It's a messed up video, but does it have anything to do with them playing JJS? I don't know, it gets iffy there, but they did receive ban. Now, he put out a statement in public relations on the JJS Discord pertaining to this event. You can see here it says, so why are people being banned for N-word audio? If you actually listen to the audios used by ones that are banned, then you know the ban giving to young JJS was because of the context of the audio they used was just calling someone the hard R and nothing else. That was the punchline of their video. The ban giving to Doris was because the audio was about detecting a black character and then dealing 2 times damage in order to one-shot them. The ban for Doris has been changed from permanent to a temporary one of 5 days. I know there are a lot of other people doing it intentionally since this came out. I guess the community, meaning people on TikTok and JJS players, had a problem with mods banning people for video made on the TikTok platform that really doesn't have anything to do with the gameplay on Roblox, JJS in particular. And I guess that's a fair statement to make, but at the end of the day, these guys made not good videos. You know, like if you're a content creator, you could do so much more than that. The young JJS one is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I don't know why he would post that. Like, it's some little kid, teenage boy type like humor. I get it. Everybody used to be a toxic little kid, but I don't know if you really want that in the JJS community, you know, like that wasn't a thing when I first started playing JJS. But with the niche growing and getting more popular, there will always be outliers and people who are just doing different things. So as for Doris, he's actually a black guy, so him doing that is kind of like less harsh because he's making fun of himself, you know, like it's not like he's actually racist and derogatory towards black people. So I'm happy that he got changed from a permanent to only a 5-day ban. I mean, come on, man, just hug the 5-day ban. Like, what's wrong with you? Just make better content, you know what I mean? Now, that was the start of it, but while that was brewing up, there were other mod problems in JJS. JJS having a lot of mod problems lately. The next mod problem was between a content creator named Stiletto and Seal, a moderator for JJS. Apparently, Stiletto had been matched up with Seal in a JJS ranked game, and they had a back and forth. You can see Stiletto like kind of trolling him, and then he says, so how's school, son? And Seal responds with, not a boy, don't misgender, cause transphobia is bannable. So if you don't know, Seal is non-binary, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not trying to misgender you. Please don't ban me. And they didn't like the fact that Stiletto was calling them son. Now, this is a little iffy one because it's like, was he really purposely being transphobic or was he just memeing? Because I know like a lot of kids say that. Like they say son at the end of their sentence like it's a period, you know? It's a thing. You'll see it in memes. It's a regular verbiage in today's internet standings. Seal did say in the message transphobia is bannable, and he continued to say son, and then they banned him. Okay, and tell your mama I like my eggs scrambled. He lost his mind. They just have a little back and forth. This one isn't as bad. It actually was resolved peacefully in the Discord. Yumi themselves put out a statement in the public relations section of JJS Discord. Just a real respectable response. It was squashed. Yumi Seal did say that they kind of, you know, played that power card a little too heavy. And Stiletto also said that he was being rage baited by the game, so he didn't want to concede, you know, like anything else to them, therefore continuing calling them son. It was like a moral win instead of him trying to genuinely be transphobic. They pieced it up, you know, they put a screenshot of them two together right here, as you can see. And yeah, look, closing thoughts. Please remember that others are not just pixels on a screen and there are real human beings behind the names. That's also like not the end of the world, but that mixed with other mod problems. And then JJS netizens brought up a very big mod problem, which was that a former JJS mod was I don't know if I could say that on here. They were a diddler. There we go. I think you can figure out what I mean by that. And then people on the internet were saying that why wasn't that person immediately removed? Why weren't they banned? And why did it take 10 hours? Now, this is also another silly thing because the reason it took them 10 hours to take action was because they were verifying the evidence. You know, it's pretty basic. If somebody around me or my friend or acquaintance or somebody I worked with was accused of something, I built a relationship with that person. I wouldn't just discard them because of hearsay. I would need to see real evidence that that person did something wrong, and then I'll immediately take action. So the 10 hours of them not being banned is not a big deal. It's 10 hours, guys. Relax. Like, go to sleep. And then that person was removed. That's pretty much the end of the mod drama, but it brewed up a lot of problems in the JJS community because people started to hate bait and go after Tze. Now, if you don't know, Tze is the owner and creator of JJS, and he's been the talking point of a lot of things lately. What's being considered the Tze files is a trending topic on TikTok, and it starts with Tze's creation of the generic JoJo game. Now, if you're a fan of JJS, you probably know that Tze had created other games in the past, and one of them being the generic JoJo game. It was a game based on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that gender swapped the stands. Now, I didn't watch JoJo's, but I know that most of the stands are male looking, and Tze had swapped out the stands to be female. He had, how do I say this on YouTube? The character models that he made had really huge, ginormous personality. Okay. People started getting at Tze saying, why would you do that? Like, you know, this is a children's game. Roblox is a children's platform where mainly minors play on it. Why would you sexualize these characters and gender swap them and make them have those and use like R36 character models? I didn't even know what that was till like yesterday. But yeah, it's a thing. Now Tze put out a statement for that as well, defending himself, saying that he was around 13 to 14 years old during that time and he's regretful about making the game in that way. He also said that he transferred the ownership in 2022 or something like that. Oh, 2021 actually. And he just talked about it being a throwaway game and that he regrets it and he apologized for making it like that. And he has grown and aged up since then. And to confirm this, he showed a video of his verified Roblox account where his date of birth was December 12th, 2007. It's funny that me and Tze have the same birthday because I'm also December 12th, 2001. Jesus Christ, bruh. Am I unk? I'm 6 years older than the guy who made the game that I play. That would mean that in 2020, Tze was roughly 13, 14 years old, which, you know, people make mistakes. Young kids do a lot. 13, 14 is a very impressionable age, especially with unlimited internet use. I do think it's weird that he did that, but I kind of feel like it should be forgiven due to his age. People make mistakes and they can learn from them. And if I'm being completely honest, JJS has no gooner bait in it at all. Like, no sexualization of any characters, no nothing. It's just a straight fighting game. And I really respect that, and it does show that he changed. I don't want to yap about that for too long, but now the next one is a bit iffy because somebody in the Discord made some artwork for Z. Now I'm gonna put the artwork on the screen, but it's Z, gender bent, and it says Z but lolly. Okay, I don't even know if I could say that on YouTube, but people were saying that Yumi Seal made this artwork for Z, but he denied that and said it wasn't true. He said he didn't know what lolly artwork was, and that upon receiving the information he got rid of that artist on everything and cut ties with them. He also said that he did not request them to do it like this, but instead that he just wanted a small Z, not a female girl small Z. And at the time he was also 14 years old and didn't know what lolly meant again, and he didn't know that he was breaching Discord TOS at the age of 14 as well. So Wikipedia says lolly most often refers to a young girl character in Japanese anime or manga, and I believe that the internet heavily sexualizes these characters, which would pertain to very pedophilic behavior. Now I in no way support that whatsoever and think it's entirely disgusting. I'm a grown ass man, but I didn't know what lolly was, like, till a couple days ago when I found about the Z drama, and I had to ask my girlfriend, what is it? And she said it's some really weird stuff. I kind of am inclined to believe that Z also didn't know what lolly was and he's telling the truth. People are saying Z's lying, and he must have knew if he made those bobacious characters in the generic JoJo's game. You know, one thing does have to lead to another. Just because he made gender bent sexualized characters in a Roblox game that he was deving doesn't mean that he necessarily knew what lolly meant. There's no proof of that. There's no way we can prove it, and Z is denying it, so I guess we should believe him. I honestly do believe him. I might be biased, but I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't think it's what the internet is making it out to be, and I don't think Z deserves to be canceled because of it. You know, he didn't commission the art, he didn't know what lolly meant, and he was 14. You know, guys, like, I'm 25 years old at the end of this year, and I don't even remember what 14 was. Like, I don't remember being 14. So I can only assume I was very young and childish and made mistakes just like this. But the difference is I wasn't a big famous JJS Roblox developer. Okay, I was able to make my mistakes in private and learn from them and get better, but Z has to do that in real time on the internet. So I hope he really did learn from it and doesn't partake in any of that stuff, but it is kind of gross, and I don't support anything of that nature. That kind of caused more controversy subsequently, because the next part of the drama is the Loppy incident. And if you don't know, Z had posted a picture with a content creator named Loppy saying best friends or whatever. And then Loppy, a few months later, was exposed by Tough for doing some pedo stuff. I don't know in particular what he did. I'm hearing that he showed his boxers / underwear to minors while being a grown ass man. And that is disgusting in any sense, because why would you do that? That one is kind of just silly because Z posted a picture in April of 2024, and then Loppy was exposed in September of 2024. So he couldn't have known. He says in the Discord, how am I supposed to know? I'm not a time traveler. That's a pretty fair statement, but people are just attaching the Loppy thing to the lolly incident so that it looks even worse. In conclusion, I don't think that Z is a weirdo. I don't think JJS is going to be gone, and I don't think that anybody's going to get canceled out of this. I think just the mod problems made it bigger, the Z problem made it even bigger, and then you add the Loppy thing into there, and it just became a giant whole mess, on top of the internet memeing it and TikTok going crazy, and my For You page is in complete disarray. To show you, I think we should react to some videos that I've been seeing on my For You page on TikTok, just to give you an idea of what's going on TikTok if you don't know.
TZE a pedophile, this nigga really fucking wild. Take your hands off, you think I'ma press you like I'm
No, I can't play all of that, but he said JJS Mods actually gonna atomize your bloodline. He lost his mind. I don't support that diss track at all. If you want to make a diss track on Z, at least make it tasteful, bro. Saying like crazy stuff in there, bro. You can't just accuse somebody of doing something so grim and disgusting without actually having any evidence. You could ruin somebody's entire life, family relationships, real life relationships. You don't know that. So I believe in having hardcore evidence before you accuse somebody of something like that. All right, next one. TSB in Heroes Battlegrounds after hearing Z got exposed.
Hey, Satoru.
This is pretty true. I mean, I'm sure those guys are geeked. Yes, we'll get more players. Nah, nobody's believing JJS to go play Heroes Battlegrounds in TSB. Lost your whole damn mind. Yeah, if we leave JJS, we are not playing TSB. Said emo code. What drama? This one I see to my For You page. How Z chooses his moderators.
Are you planning to be a JJS mod? Seek higher, seek higher, seek higher, seek higher, seek higher. Yo, you're hired! Congratulations! Hello, are you planning to be head moderator?
Shalom.
Oh, you're Jewish. I didn't know that.
Shabbat shalom.
Is that
You're hired.
Biden?
Shalom.
But yeah, my egos.
Hello, sir.
Are you planning to be head moderator?
Yes, I am.
Well, the thing is, you don't really meet our standards, if you know what I'm talking about.
May I know?
Horrible to hate. What is this? I don't know what that is. I'm not watching that again. But what are your thoughts on the drama and the allegations? Let me know in the comment section below, because I really want to see what real people are actually thinking and not just TikTok comments. And will you actually forget about everything if Z adds Jogo or Kashimo? If you're still eating your food and you want more drama, then you should go watch this video where I play Guess Who with JJK characters, but in the JJS workshop. Millz Mafia out. Yeah. Honey bunny.
I want to keep it.
It's cute.